Hello everyone and welcome to the first episode of the Elder Scrolls show, or the ESO show as it's going to be called on my channel. Basically, I wanted to start this show sort of in anticipation of the Elder Scrolls Online, which is coming out in spring of next year. So I'm obviously very excited about the game, and I wanted to sort of make a weekly show just talking about some of the things in the game and sort of having these videos be more of a vlog-based type show centered mostly around the Zenimax Online Studios developer question of the week. The way the show is going to work basically is that, like I said, it's going to be a weekly show. It'll be coming out probably every week at about Thursday or Friday, sort of depending on when I get these finished. And the main sort of segment of the show will be based around, like I said, the developer question of the week. Every week, Zenimax Online Studios releases a question of the week from one of their developers in-house who are helping to make the game. And basically, they ask their audience a specific question that pertains to Tamriel and maybe how you're going to play Elder Scrolls Online or something along that nature. And so I thought it would be kind of fun to sort of make my own, I guess, video response and put it into a news show format. And I've got some other sections of the show, or segments of the show, that I have outlined as well. My response to the developer question of the week is probably going to be the main draw to this show. And of course, I want there to be a lot of fan interaction with you guys down in the comment section below. So let's get started here today. And basically, like I said, this show is going to be covering Elder Scrolls Online news from both like Twitter and forums and pretty much anywhere else that I can find. I don't want the episodes to be like very long at all. I'd like for it to be sort of quick and concise. Because I'm laying the groundwork here today, this premiere or this first episode might be a little bit longer than you're used to, but hopefully in the coming weeks, I'll be able to get a little bit faster at editing and just doing, like, spilling the information out to you guys. So I'm also going to be at the end of the show sort of taking your tweets and Facebook questions from you Swifters that are watching, kind of about like how I'll play the game, what I know, what I found out, etc. So there won't be that segment here today because I don't have any specific questions for you guys, but at the end of this show, I will sort of instruct you and show you, you know, what that's going to look like essentially. So let me just start this show by talking about some of the basics of the game, of Elder Scrolls Online. Just sort of some beginning bullet points if you're brand new to hearing about this game or like wanting to check it out or things like that. So what we know so far is that it comes out in spring of 2014. There's no specific release date yet, but they have announced that it comes out in spring of 2014, and it's coming out for 4 platforms. It's coming out for PC, Mac, Xbox One, and PS4. So it'll be the 2 brand new next-gen consoles along with PCs and Macs, which will be really nice. As I understand it right now, people that play on the PC and the Mac will both be able to play together. So they're going to have a mega server for basically computer users, and then there will be a mega server, I believe, for Xbox, and then there will be one for the PS4. I don't think that if you play on Xbox, you'll be able to play on PS4. I could be wrong about that. Honestly, haven't looked that much into it at this point, but I don't really think there's going to be any cross-platforming between Microsoft and Sony's brand new consoles coming out later this year. What else do we know? There are also 4 classes that have been announced so far. They may stick with that for the launch, or they may add more, I'm not sure. But those classes are the Templar, the Dragon Knight, the Sorcerer, and the Nightblade. So those are the 4 classes that have currently been sort of announced for the game. And also the payment model is a $60 fee to purchase the game, and then following that is a subscription-based model of $14.99 a month. Now, you will get the first month for free. So if you buy the game, if you buy it for $60, you'll get the first month for free. After that, if you want to continue playing, it's going to be $14.99 a month. Now, I probably will be doing an episode probably next week, sort of giving my thoughts and opinions on this issue. I don't really want to cover it today because it's a very controversial topic at the moment, especially in the world of the Elder Scrolls and the Elder Scrolls Online. So I don't want to fill the comment section down below with a lot of like hate towards ZeniMax or anything, or however your stance. Maybe you love it, I don't know. I would like to avoid that, you know, this video entirely. So if you could please refrain, obviously, from leaving those types of comments on this video. Well, probably I'll tackle that next week or something and let you guys know sort of what my opinions on that are. So that being said, let's get to the developer question of the week. And like I said, I mainly started this show to answer this question. So here we go.
Hi, my name's Lindsay Beaver. I'm a QA tester on the Dungeon team working at Zenimax Online Studios. In Tamriel, a well-crafted weapon and strong enchantments can give you a competitive advantage in combat. In the Elder Scrolls Online, crafters can choose from armor smithing, enchanting, alchemy, weaponsmithing, and provisioning. So, what expertly crafted items is your character going to be known for creating?
Okay, so the question was, what is your character going to be known for creating? He basically listed some crafting skills within the game. I've got my list here: armor smithing, enchanting, alchemy, weaponsmithing, and provisioning. So for me, I think I would like my character to mostly be known for creating some sort of like really epic weapon. I think it would be really fun to like to go out and play the game for a while and come back and get some sort of like high level increase to the point where I can put a nasty enchant on maybe my favorite sword or something like that. I think weaponsmithing is something I'm definitely interested in, both in how I play, but I would also like to get a little bit more into alchemy. I've never really tackled alchemy in any Elder Scrolls game that I've played, be it Morrowind, Oblivion, or Skyrim. And I think that would be a lot of fun for reasons that I feel like it would be very useful to just be able to be wandering around through Tamriel and being like, oh, okay, wow, I just found these 3 ingredients and now I can make a health potion or some sort of a potion that is going to help me, or invisibility or something really cool like that, and just do that kind of on the fly. So that's something that interests me. What do you guys think? What do you want your character to be known for creating in the Elder Scrolls Online? So now I'd like to check Twitter, and basically what this segment is going to be is I'm going to be going through Elder Scrolls Online's tweets and relaying information to you guys through video format about things that they've talked about this week. So I have 5 tweets here from them that are questions that were asked to them by just fans of Elder Scrolls Online. So I've got my phone here, I've got my tea, we're ready to go. So let's knock these out. So the first question comes from a guy named Lord Dark Helmet. See, I don't even know if these guys are Swifters or not. Maybe Swifters will start asking more questions to Elder Scrolls Online, and you can put like hashtag Swifter in your question to them. That way when I read it, I'm like, oh sweet, this came from a Swifter, that'd be awesome. So, it says here, how many classes will there be at launch? Have you announced them all? I sort of already covered this in the beginning of this episode, but they said, ESO offers 4 classes and we've designed the game with openness in mind. More details here, and then they provide a link. So I will provide all the links that they put down in the description below as well. So like I said, there are 4 classes, and I have heard and I do understand that you can pick a class to play with. Let's say I want to play as a Dragon Knight, but then around level 8 or whatever, whenever I want, if I just want to start going stealth, you can do that. Much like in Skyrim, you can just sort of change on the fly, and even though you've picked a specific class, they don't want to lock you into that, which to me is awesome because I think that gives the player a lot more freedom, and just it gives you more power in the game to do what you want and not feel like you're being locked into something specific. The next question, let's see here, comes from someone named The Last Chapter, or Alex Toma, who says, what will the system requirements be for Elder Scrolls Online? Elder Scrolls Online replies, we haven't announced exact system requirements yet, but our goal is to make ESO playable on computers built in the last 5 years. So obviously my computer is pretty beast, the Swifter Box 11,000, and if you guys want to know the specs of that computer or whatever, I did put out a video about that, I think last year in around September, which is when I built my computer. So my specs are definitely up to snuff. I'm fully anticipating playing and recording the game for you guys in 1080p, and it should be awesome. Although this is sort of a side note, I have been looking a lot into the 4K resolution. It's a brand new technology that's coming out that's basically more HD than 1080p, and there are starting to surface some 4K monitors for computers, and they're very expensive. They're really expensive. I don't know if Elder Scrolls Online will have the ability to go 4K, which is basically, if you think of 1080p, it's 1920 by 1080. 4K resolution is like in the 4000 range. Like 1920 is almost at the 2000 range. So 4K is like around the 4000 range, and it's insane. I've seen it. It's absolutely insane. But I think in order for your graphics card to like realize that you have the ability to go 4K, first of all, the game has to be compatible with it, and second of all, you have to have a monitor to play that on so that you can record it in that. And I mean, if from now until spring of next year, the price goes down for those types of things, I might get one and I might be doing some fun 4K Elder Scrolls Online videos. I don't know, but either way, my computer will be able to handle it, and I'm really excited about that. Let's get to the third question here. And this one comes from Joe Melnick, who says, will there be racial benefits, like Nords doing more damage with two-handed weapons or Dark Elves in Magic? Elder Scrolls Online replies, yes, ESO will feature race-specific skill lines, though we have yet to go into detail about them. Pretty cool. So maybe you choose a Breton, you're gonna have a lot more magic ability or things like that. I'm sure that there will be a way to level any character up to get a specific like magical point stat or something like that. I don't know if I'm describing that correctly, but I'm sure that some classes, like I said, there will be racial benefits. So you start as a Nord, you're gonna have probably a better time using a two-handed weapon. But then again, like I said, they don't want to lock you into anything. They want to be able for you to play any way that you want. So that's pretty awesome. All right, the fourth question comes from Jeff Boss, or at Air Force Boss, who says, when considering map size, just how many times larger will this game be than Skyrim? Elder Scrolls Online says the scale of ESO will be similar to that of Morrowind, Oblivion, and Skyrim. Some comparisons here, and then it links a post. So if you guys want to check out a little bit more details on how big the world is actually going to be, check out that link down below. And the final question from Twitter for this week, in this week's Twitter segment, comes from JMHZHD, or at One Life One Time. Sounds very philosophical. On Twitter, who says, is there going to be an open beta anytime? Now this is very exciting. I did not know about this until, well, I read this yesterday on Twitter and thought I'd share it with you guys. Elder Scrolls Online says, we do plan to have an open beta closer to ESO's launch. As soon as we have more details, we'll share them here. That is very exciting. That's really, really exciting. That's something that I think is really awesome. I applied for beta, haven't gotten in yet. I think they have already over 3 million beta signups, which is insane. They've already let in, I think, like hundreds of thousands of people, or maybe at least 100,000. I know there's been a lot that they've already let in to closed beta. Now you do have to obviously agree to an NDA or non-disclosure agreement when you do get into beta, and you actually, one of the clauses in there says that you are not allowed to let people know that you are in beta. So if I was in beta right now, I wouldn't even be able to tell you, but I'm not in beta. So anyways, just want to let you guys know that there is supposedly going to be an open beta coming closer to launch. So all you people out there that have wanted to get into closed beta, if you still don't get into closed beta in the next coming, few months, or next, like 6 months or so, there will be an open beta closer to launch, which you'll be able to get your hands on hopefully and try the game out for yourself. So that's pretty awesome. So now this would be the section of the show where I take questions directly from you guys from Facebook and Twitter only. Unfortunately, because this is the first episode, I don't have any material to answer for you guys. But next week, I would love to answer some questions for you guys. So if you have Twitter and if you have Facebook, which I'm sure all of you do, it's 2013, I'm sure you all have either Facebook or Twitter, pop over there right now. My Twitter is at ChimneySwift11, and my Facebook is facebook.com/ChimneySwift11MC. All the links to that will be down below as well. And go ahead and ask me a question. Tweet at me, leave me a message on Facebook using the hashtag. This is very important. Use the hashtag ESO show. And that way I'll answer them next week, and I'll know that it was coming from one of you guys who wanted to ask me a specific question. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching the first episode of the ESO show. I'm really excited to be doing more of these as the weeks go on, and hopefully I can, by the time the game launches, have a nice little playlist here where you guys can look back through things, sort of watch the development of the game come about, and see my glorious and wonderful face, I suppose. That's about it. As the show progresses as well, I may add more segments to the show. I do have some other ideas, some fun, unique things that I think would be fun to showcase as I'm sort of gearing up for the Elder Scrolls Online, which I will be doing a massive series on, by the way. Like, I will be like that when that releases. I think that might be the only game I play for like 3 months, which is either really exciting or really depressing. I'm gonna drop this one and just say it's really exciting, but yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button down below, and hopefully this series can gain some ground and some popularity. And make sure if you have some friends or relatives or whatever, dead people that are interested in Elder Scrolls Online because they're a drogger or something. I have absolutely no earthly idea why you would have that in your life, but let's just say that you do. Make sure you share this video and this series with them. It would be greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys next week. Peace!